Smell with a strong heartbeat. The way she put that thing on me, that whole made me lose control. Michael said she gon' break my heart and then take my soul. Angels, just like it's always been. Somebody help me, baby girl up in the magazine. Darling, I'm a fashion sense.
Brian Anderson here, joined by Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. It'll be the Wizards off the tip. Duren, the screen. And Brunson, here we go. Duren, no good. And Maxey's got the ball here for New York. Wallace outside. Pass to Porter. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. That one on Duren.
Willing to sacrifice his body. Porter Jr. on the attack draws the whistle.
And legs over the next few years, the Wizards undertaking an $800 million renovation of their home arena.
Yeah, B.A., this venue's almost 30 years old. I was making threes in this building. So some changes are welcome, including expanded training facilities, locker rooms, and improving fan access and amenities.
On the wing, Wallace. Corner shot. Duren with a rebound. And Washington with possession. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Brian Keith had a few moments to share with me. I asked, what do you do about Tyrese Maxey, a guy who can spark plays out of thin air? Coach let me in on their strategy, saying, I'm trying to keep someone in front of him all night. I don't want Maxey seeing the shots he wants or the passing lanes he's looking for. It's a tough assignment, but Coach says he's got the right guys for the job. Brian?
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Here's Brunson. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
And defenses prepare for Brunson's foul-drawing tactics, but they still can't do anything about it.
That free throw, no good. And he misses the second one as well, so 0 for 2 that time.
And that's surprising. He's usually automatic at the free throw line.
Pass to Maxey. Over Smart. It's rebounded by Washington.
He got the space he wanted for his mid-range. He just wasn't able to convert.
To the paint. Smith, no good.
That was their 4th straight miss to start this game. Not ideal.
Outside Eason. Deflects the pass. And it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
And regardless, it's great effort. You love to see that kind of hustle on defense.
I mean, just a tough start. Missing their first 5 shots.
And the Knicks miss again. Here's Brunson. And the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line.
And each year, Brunson seems to get better. And that's a testament to his impressive work ethic and drive.
Both free throws, good from Brunson. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Out of bounds. It'll be Washington's ball. Down low. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul.
And they'll give that one to Miles Turner.
And Duren doesn't fear the contact. In fact, he welcomes it when he's trying to score.
That one drops. He ties it up. Well, Tim, you talk about an NBA physique. Jalen Duren is absolutely shredded.
Yeah, and he defies gravity too, B.A. What I like is he understands his game. He doesn't get outside of himself. He focuses on running the floor and then getting eye level with the rim.
5 on the clock. Wallace. Offline with a 3.
That's 20% now from the field. What a cold start.
Here's Brunson. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for New York. Lets a 3 fly. Knocks down the long J.
Yeah, it's big for Tyrese Maxey's confidence when he's connecting from that deep because he is a volume shooter from the three-point line.
Now here's Brunson. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Eason. That's tipped. Porter with the steal. Fast break, New York. And the ball out of play. The Wizards will have it. The Wizards trail by 3. Out to the right wing. To the inside. Oh, stolen by Turner. On up the court. Wallace's shot is good.
The improved passing of Porter Jr. That's the next part of his evolution.
With the step back. Brunson with it. Turner covering. Some solid defense from Maxey.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
There's the triple. Jones grabs the board.
It's a tough stretch for him right now. He may want to find a different way to stay involved.
And that was just moving the ball quickly. And he's rewarded at the end with a high percentage.
And they are showing you why it's so important to get off the floor before the defense can set themselves.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. New York leading by 3.
On the court.
Simons deciding where to go with it. Pass to Green. From downtown.
Green.
He drops it from range.
Nice pass by Simons, showing you that he's multidimensional.
Here's quickly. It's rebounded by New York. Now here's Simons. High post, Batadze. Over Duran. 6 on the shot clock. Spins. New York needs to get off a shot here. Jackson. The 3. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Substitution for your Wizards.
Quickly with the ball. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
That's nice work inside by Quickly. He's only 6'3", but he feels like he can score in the paint whenever he wants.
Now here's Simons. Oh, how about that?
Oh, out of my way.
I mean, he's just so electric. Simons putting on a show.
Here's Duran. And the dunk by Duran.
Look out below.
You got no chance of defending him right there. Minute 32 left in the first quarter here. Out to Simons. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Jackson. Back to Simons. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now. Wizards trail by 4. For 3, Robinson. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Now Batadze. Duran with the rebound. No question, this offense has some firepower.
And they're looking very confident in all that they're doing right now.
Easiest work of the night for Duran. He barely had to elevate.
Now here's Simons. Pass to Batadze. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
It's Quickly with a drive. Jams it in off a great move.
Yeah, Quickly that time really using his speed to put pressure on the defense. Very effective drive.
Gets the 3 to fall.
Three-point field.
Simons got 5 points.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
Well, that's two good players going at each other. Advantage to the defense that time. And when the defense retreats to the paint in transition, there is going to be an opening at the three-point line.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. New York out in front, leading by 5.
16.
Stay with us now as
21.
if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
And you can't overlook what they've done in the paint as well. A huge part of their success in this one.
Back to Wallace. And here's Porter outside. It's hauled in by Robinson.
Well, you can't make them all, but I doubt the defense wants to give him that kind of look again.
And Lopez gets it to go. Tim, you got into the NBA media very quickly after your playing days. Were you naturally drawn to this side of the game?
Well, B.A., I think I always saw the game as a coach would, trying to watch all 10 players at the same time. So for me, the ability to stay connected to the game while also talking about it and hopefully teaching people really is what's drawn me to it from the beginning.
And no suffering the L from the broadcast table.
That's for sure. You don't have to have any sleepless nights.
And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute of play. Outside Porter. Picked it. Takes it inside. They get the rebound. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Here's Maxey. Rebounded by Lopez.
Well, the defense was solid, but usually I expect him to make that layup.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. Tyrese Maxey trying to do it all for his team. He said, I think the biggest part is leadership. I need to lead by example and lead with my voice. I have to play well, and if I do that, I can demand respect with my play. But I really want to set a good example just by how hard I work. Guys?
Great mentality. All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Count it. Good. Turner's got his first 2 points of the night.
Smart bucket by Turner. Use your length and score it in close.
And so Porter will bring it up for the Knicks. It's a 3-point game. When this game is done, they'll be off to New Orleans as they take on the Pelicans. That'll be the second of 2 games on the road. Here's quickly. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. The kick out to Maxey. Pass to Turner. And can't get it to go. Now 1 of 2. Legs talking about Trey Murphy. Just how good can he become?
Well, his improvement has really been something to watch, B.A. He's a talented scorer and shooter who also does a great job moving the ball. And the scary thing is he has more room to improve.
And the foul called on Emmanuel quickly. That's his first foul. And so now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Changing it up here. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Maxey. That one's good. 2 for 8 now.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Outside Brunson. It's rebounded by Batase. New York leading by 4. Maxey surveying the D. Pass to Eason. Here's Porter. Smith with the rebound.
That's great shot selection, just poor execution. If you're going to take those mid-range shots, you've got to knock them down.
Ball stolen. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Maxey. And he dunks it down.
Man, he had the speed on the runway, and he took off for that dunk.
Pass to Brunson. Sneak it inside. It's Brunson.
If you give him any sort of space, he's going to attack.
Outside Eason. Three-pointer. And the three-pointer goes. Eason's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Brunson. Washington moving the ball around. That one goes. Count it. Brunson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Inside Brunson is pretty deadly, just dropping his shot in.
Screen by Eason. Here's Maxey. And that one's good. Now 4 for 10.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Here's Brunson outside. Eason pulls it in.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And Marcus Smart picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Both teams will make substitutions.
Okay, everybody, that was your Wizards Ranger. Let me hear you.
Here's Simons. He's got 5. Back to Williams. Shot clock at 5. Deflected.
And anytime you put the ball up near Duren, there's a chance it ends up back in your face.
Just 2 to shoot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And the Wizards with possession here. They trail by 7. The kick out to Brunson. Shot clock at 6. Duren attacks. And it's New York with a rebound.
Wow, that's embarrassing. Come on, just put the ball in the hole.
Simons outside. Jackson on the wing. Outside, Green. Williams on the wing. Pass to Jackson. Here's Filipowski. New York again, can't hit.
Great contest of the shot. Kind of forced him to fade back more than he'd like.
Here's Jones. Now here's Brunson. He's covered by Simons. Inside. Duren. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. It goes on Kyle Filipowski. Washington shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
Yeah, as of right now, Jalen Duren kind of seems like a classic big man. He can block, he can rebound, and he really focuses on finding close-range looks.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And you can't leave the basket unprotected. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah, that was just way too easy.
And now this offense feels like they can just do whatever they want.
Williams grabs the board.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
Here's Simons. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Slams it down with two hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. He got it up. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's the New York Knicks. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. And Maxey's got the ball here for the New York Knicks. They lead by the biggest margin of the game at 9. Eason can't get it to go. The Wizards on offense. They'll face the Jazz after this game. That'll be at home. That'll be the second and last game of a quick homestand. Oh, stolen by Turner. Here we go. He launches a three. Eason can't get it to go. And it's Washington with the ball. To the middle. Here's Smith. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Yeah, what an athlete Smith is. Excellent at rising up to punch it home.
Now Maxey. Outside for Porter. Pass to Turner. Curran with a steal. And the Wizards on the break. Here's Smith. It's wide right. Hits off the rim. New York leading by 7. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Offensive board. Turner. Porter from outside.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
There's the foul. It's on Cason Wallace. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And it's Washington with the ball. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Here's Brunson. He squares up and sinks it. Brunson's got 8.
I doubt that's what they were looking for, but it works out.
Pass to Turner. Outside Porter. New York working the ball around now. Clock at 6. And here's Maxey outside. It's rebounded by Washington.
Scoreless in their first 5 attempts since halftime. It's getting ugly.
Screen by Robinson. The 3. The rebound by Turner. Knicks leading by 5. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Second chance effort. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
When you think about Turner, one of the best shot blockers in the league, who can also score at all 3 levels.
Legs, when you're watching a young team play, what are the things you're looking for?
Well, look, a lot of teams have young players who are focused on making a name for themselves, but I like to see unselfishness. Those guys who can play with a team-first winning mindset, those are the guys that you keep long-term.
Play D, do the dirty work, stay in the rotation.
That sums it up.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Knicks leading by 3. Wallace outside. To the wing, right side. To end the cold spell. Buries it from 3. Wallace has got 5.
Well, the defense was a little soft right there, and it made it a practice shot.
Here's Brunson outside. It's rebounded by New York.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Jalen Brunson grabs a miss.
Yeah, they're winning despite his offensive performance. He just hasn't been sharp from the field.
Eason with the ball, and it's Brunson picking him up. Sinks it from distance. Wallace has got his third bucket of the night.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Good.
They're definitely opting for the mid-range jumpers, and it's working.
Outside Maxey. Tries the spin move. Porter from outside. No good. Wizards trail by 7. Pass to Smart. Here's Jones. That's in. Coming off an assist from Smart.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Now here's Porter. From behind the arc. Drains the triple. Wallace has got 9 points now in the quarter.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
It's Smart on the wing. Pass to Lopez. Smart looking around. Left side Brunson. It's stolen by Batase. Here's Maxey. And he hammers it home to polish off the break.
And when he's out in the open floor, Maxey is almost impossible to match up with.
To the paint. Jones' shot is good. Jones has got his second basket. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Both teams deciding to change it up. And here's Simons. 7 points in the game. Pass to Filipowski. The kick out to Williams. Smart left side. Lopez. Williams grabs the board.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
There's Jackson with the 3. Good work defensively by Lopez. Washington moving the ball around. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And using that size to his advantage. Man, I like it when Lopez establishes himself inside and looks to capitalize.
Pass to Green. The 3. Washington with a rebound. Now here's Smith. And he draws body contact. Looks like a blocking foul. He was in the shooting motion, so he'll head to the line. It's going to go on Kenrich Williams. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Knicks.
Well, they have owned the offensive perimeter throughout this game, finding lots of openings and turning them into big shots.
And the mid-range shot has been there for them over and over. They continue to capitalize on it. Let's see if they keep going back to it.
Simons has a shoot-first mindset, but he also takes great pride in making plays for others.
Smith outside. 6 to shoot. The rebound by Filipowski. New York leading by 7. Spins. On the wing. Green. Knocks it down from distance. Green's got 9.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
Fast break. Here comes New York. Here's Filipowski. Oh, now that's how you finish a break. Throw it down with force.
And they've made themselves easy pickings. Sloppy ball control creates an easily converted turnover.
Pass to Sanders. Back to Lopez. To stop the run. Smith right side. And stolen by Green. Back to Jackson. And here is Williams. Here's Simons. And he slams it in one-handed.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You gotta love the effort. That's big time.
And so it's the New York Knicks up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. We hear teams. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Here's Quickly. Driving inside. Smart for 3. The rebound by Turner.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
And it's Trace Jackson-Davis with a foul. That's his first foul of the game. And the Knicks making a change here. On the wing, Simons.
New York substitution.
Back to Eason.
Michael Porter Jr.
Simons with it. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Porter outside. He buries it from 3. And the Knicks lead by 17.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
Simons with a steal.
Wizards back.
Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul.
Second team.
And one key for quality teams in this league, beating the opponents you're supposed to beat. What goes into that, Grant?
Well, B.A., they call them trap games. An opponent that, on paper, isn't up to your level, especially when they're missing key guys. The thing is, can you find that juice to take care of business?
It's Smart on the wing. Sinks the tray. Smart has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
Getting the ball and taking his shot, Smart makes it look almost effortless.
It's been a quiet game for him to this point on the offensive end, but the team has still played well enough to hold the lead.
A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there. And they're on the run. Here's Jones. Oh, he misses the dunk. Knicks leading by 15. Out left to the wing. Here's Porter. Lays it up and banks it in.
Smart play there by Porter. Working his way inside to find a reliable, close-range look.
Here's Smart. Quickly from outside. That shot is off. Now Wallace. Simons outside. New York working the ball around now. Outside for Porter. It's rebounded by Washington. Quickly with the ball. Now guarded by Simons. Pass to Smart. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Quickly.
Well, that is the definition of an unforced error and very unfortunate. And the coach is going to have something to say about that.
And timeout is called by Brian Keefe. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. So it's both teams making substitutions here. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And here is Maxey. From the wing. And it's good for 2. And the Knicks lead by 19.
Yeah, Maxey putting all of this on full display. When he's hot like this, he's going to keep getting the ball.
And the foul on Kyle Filipowski. That'll be a second foul of the game.
I have to admit, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call. And in the last 2 possessions, they've painted a picture of what not to do. Just way too loose with the basketball.
And the foul on Jabari Smith. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Yeah, they've been pretty careless so far, racking up a number of fouls in very little time.
Pass to Filipowski. Back to Jackson. Just 4 to shoot. Fires the three. The shot by Filipowski, no good. Wizards trail by 19. Back to Smith. Now Duran. He takes it. Whoa! Oh, my goodness!
And that was special. It's easy to be excited about Duran's future in this league.
Now here's Maxey. Pass to Turner. Smith with the rebound. How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambling.
Green with the ball. Now guarded by Duran. Back to Jackson. Now Green. They double him with Duran. Kept alive. Now Filipowski. Fades away. Yep, count it. And the Knicks lead by 19.
Fading back. Nobody there to even challenge him.
Back to Duran. Ooh, excellent D there from Jackson. Pass to Maxey. Back to Jackson. And stolen by Brunson. And it's Washington on the break.
Yeah, so smart to go to a shooter to finish the fast break. And Coach has to like seeing Smith hustle to complete the play.
And it's Mike Brown calling timeout here. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. And it's Simons with the ball for New York. They led the game at one point by 20. Now Easton. Now Simons. 5 to shoot. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Simons has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, that's a beautiful mid-range jumper that time. Simons showing you he's got a great feel for when to take those shots.
New York leading by 17. Here's Easton. Simons with it. And Batase throws it down.
Interior passing is so difficult if you aren't precise. They were right there. Nice work.
Brunson misses. New York leading by 19. Left side, Green. Pass to Easton. Lots of room. Batase. And Batase throws it down.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
And he showed you great timing as well. Offensive rebounding, one of his specialties.
There's Simons with a three. Duran with a rebound.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself. And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Knicks.
And it was dueling three-pointers all night. A battle they won.
Both teams had the same plan. Win the game on the perimeter. So fun to watch.
And they pick up their 4th win of the year. Every victory so sweet in the association.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Anthony Simons.
Well, it's a great night for him, and his impact goes beyond the box score. The relentless energy he plays with fuels his team.
Now it's Maxey. Screen by Easton. And that one is hammered home.
And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
Winning away from home takes nerve and great discipline. Kudos to them.
New York with the ball. Pass to Porter. Here's Turner. Wallace outside. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Wizards basketball.
Back to Brunson. With the fadeaway. The shot off that time.
Against length, he tries the